Hi, I'm Wendy Wason. My show's at 5:15 at the Guild of Blue and Balcony, and it's called Hotel California.
Okay, is the Hotel California an Eagles reference or?
It is a bit in the show. Basically, my husband got sick in America last year, and like any self-respecting comic, I got a show out of the tragedy, and got an insight into what the healthcare system is like in America.
Okay.
And then came back home thinking, thank God we've got the NHS, and then realised the government's covering up the NHS.
Sure.
So kind of started digging on that and got a bit frightened about that, and realised that no one knows about it and no one's talking about it, and
So,
it's been taken away from us.
Has your husband seen the show?
He's seen the show,
Did you
yes.
have to check it off beforehand?
No, he didn't.
No?
No. I wrote it, I previewed it. He's an actor,
Right.
so he was working away in Romania when the show was previewing, and then so he saw it yesterday for the first time.
And his reaction was?
His reaction was, wow, you tell everyone everything, and I said, yeah, I do.
That's very... so how many times have you been to the Fringe Festival?
As a performer, I'm from Edinburgh.
Oh, okay.
So my first Fringe was when I was 8, and my dad took me to see Charlie Brown. What's the Matter, Charlie Brown, I believe it was.
Right.
But this is my 4th one-woman show, and I've done quite a few group shows and stuff. So yeah, it's my 4th solo.
How's your kind of reaction to the Fringe Festival changed as being a performer to being an Edinburgh person?
Has it changed? I think Edinburgh kind of, because my first job also was at the Guild of Bloom selling tickets when I was 16. So I used to work for Karen Corn at the Guild of Bloom. So it was really exciting for me. It kind of, my family always joke about how I joined the circus, because it does roll into town in August, and it's the most exciting place for a month, and then it goes.
It's true.
It's quiet. So yeah, but I ran off and joined the circus as far as they're concerned.
And so this is your 4th year now of doing
4th solo show, yeah.
Okay, is this the first one that's had like an overriding theme, which is obviously you had an incident happen to you and you thought, I'm going to base my show on that?
Well, it was kind of like, I thought, I had a couple of years off. My last show I did, I was 9 months pregnant with my youngest child. Because someone said, you can't do an Edinburgh show when you're pregnant. That's like, tell me what I can do. So obviously I did an Edinburgh show when I was 9 months pregnant, and thought, it might have been a silly idea. They were running a book at the venue in case the baby was born on the stage.
And it wasn't?
No, it wasn't. But you'd have to get, you'd have to get 5 stars for actually having a baby.
That's going to be a definite, yeah.
You'd have to, but I didn't. Fortunately.
I don't know the cheat codes, but I think
I don't know what it is, yeah. But no, I didn't have a baby, so yeah, I had a couple of years off, and thought that I wasn't going to come back unless I had something to say, rather than sort of, because I can whine on for an hour about nothing, and I thought I might come back when if I've ever got a point to make, I'll do another show, and then I had a point to make, so here I am.
So that was it, and you didn't think I was going to do a show, and then this just happened. You thought, this happened to me, this is going to, I think that I should do a show about this.
Well, it became sort of more urgent to do the show when I realised what's happening over here to the NHS, because I've seen what happens if people don't have healthcare and how horrific it is if you have the choice to, if you don't have the money to pay for medical care and you need treatment. Because the #1 cause of bankruptcy in America is non-payment of medical bills. So it's quite frightening.
Mm-hmm. And that's something you think you want to challenge with your show now?
I'd kind of like us to sort of do something about what the government are doing to the NHS, because I don't think anyone really understands what's going on. We're not going to have an NHS in 2 years. It's going to be gone, which is quite scary.
That is quite scary.
Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of goes, oh, but it's, you know. So there is jokes in it, but there's a point at the end of it.
And so when you're kind of, do you go to see much shows?
Yeah, I've seen loads of stuff.
Yeah. Do you kind of choose something that you think, okay, my show's quite heavy to produce, and so then afterwards do you like to see something a bit more?
I just like to go and see makes or whatever, or things I don't know about, and my husband's up with the kids, so I see lots of kids shows during the day. I've got 3 children. So we see kids show during the day and try and get in a bit of adult time as well. Adult time sounds wrong, grown up, do you know what I mean? I don't mean sexy time, I mean time's drinking.
Yeah, I know.
A little bit too much information there, Wendy. So yeah, try to go and have a few drinks as well. So.
Well, that'd be quite interesting. Have you got any kind of children's shows that you'd pick as something you'd say you should go
Yes.
see if they've got kids?
Emily Brown and the Thing was great. We saw that at the Pleasance. We also saw, there's a thing called Ready Steady Kaylee, which is teaching kids to Kaylee dance, and as a parent getting a child to sit in a show for an hour, my youngest is 2, it's quite a big ask, but if you run them at the Kaylee for like 45 minutes before you then go to see other shows, they'll sit there quietly and watch it because they've had their running.
That's like a preparation for the rest of the day.
I think, send them to Kaylee, and then at the start of the day, run off. There's also Monsky Mouse's Baby Disco, and that's at 11 o'clock, and they just dance for an hour. So if you exhaust them at the beginning of the day, then they'll sit and they'll pay attention to
There's
everything
definitely a
else.
market in tiring shows. For
Yeah,
kids,
there
then.
is.
Yeah.
And then we saw Potted Sherlock, and I thought, I knew my 12-year-old and 10-year-old would like it, but I wasn't sure the baby would sit through it. After Monster Mouse did Baby Disco and Ready Steady Kaylee, he was just like...
And then how about like the adult time shows? Was there anything?
Yeah, time. I really enjoyed Sarah Kendall's show. Have you seen Sarah Kendall's show?
No.
That's great. It's sort of funny, but it's sort of got a story, and it's quite bittersweet in places. What else is it? Daniel Sloss, amazing. Celia Coola's show is amazing. I've seen lots of great stuff, and it's quite nice sort of going because I'm enjoying doing my show, and it's not getting people in. I'm not desperate playing to empty houses, so it's nice to be able to go. This is a nice festival.
Oh, okay, so it takes the pressure. Okay, well that's great. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much for having me. Cheers.